Today, we're diving into a challenge that, let's be honest, almost everyone faces. How do you eat well without feeling like you live in your kitchen? We're going to show you how to conquer that kitchen chaos for good. Okay, picture this. It's 5 o'clock. You're wiped out from the day, you're starving, and the absolute last thing you want to deal with is that big old question, what's for dinner? Sound familiar? Yeah, that feeling of dread. That's exactly what we're going to solve today. Look, if you feel that daily dinner stress, you are so not alone. It's a huge thing for so many people. But the good news? There's a system for it. And in this explainer, we're going to walk you through a really simple but super powerful strategy to finally take back control of your evenings. So let's just give it a name, right? Let's call it what it is, the 5 p.m. panic. You know what I'm talking about. It's that crazy scramble between clocking out of work and somehow getting food on the table. It completely turns what should be a relaxing part of your day into this frantic, stressful race against time. So the big question is, how do we beat it? Well, it all comes down to something we're calling the 3P framework. It's simple: plan, prep, and perform. Seriously, these 3 steps are the key to turning your weeknight cooking from total chaos into something, well, calm. It's super easy to remember, and trust me, it's incredibly effective. All right, let's dive into the first P. It all kicks off with the master plan. This is where you get all the heavy lifting, the thinking part, out of the way, so you're not trying to do it when you're already exhausted midweek. And the great thing is, this blueprint is actually super simple. I mean, look at this. You don't have to plan 7 different unique dinners for the week. No way. Just thinking of 3 or 4 is totally enough to build a focused shopping list. And a quick tip: always, always check your pantry first. You'll save money and you'll cut down on waste. Oh, and planning for leftovers? That's like the classic 2-for-1 time-saving trick. It's a must. This quote just nails the whole idea, doesn't it? The little bit of time you put in up front pays off so much later in the week. Seriously, that 1 hour you spend planning on a Sunday can literally save you from all that daily stress. And, those last-minute expensive takeout orders. Okay, so you got your plan down. Now let's move on to the second P and see how this all starts to come together. The weekend prep. This is where your plan goes from being on paper to being a reality in your fridge. It's what sets you up for a week of actually easy cooking. I mean, just look at the difference here. It's night and day, right? On the left, you've got the classic weeknight struggle. Wash this, chop that, measure everything. It takes forever. But on the right, with your ingredients already prepped, cooking is basically just an assembly job. You just grab stuff and cook. You're not just saving time here, you're saving a huge amount of mental energy. So what should you actually be prepping? Here's a list of things that give you the most bang for your buck. Chopping all your veggies at once is an absolute game changer. Cooking up a big batch of grains, think rice or quinoa, is perfect for throwing together quick bowls or side dishes. And getting your proteins ready, marinating some chicken, browning ground beef, that gets rid of the single biggest time suck from your weeknight cooking routine. Okay, so you've planned, you've prepped, and now we get to the fun part. The final P, the weekday performance. This is where you really get to enjoy all that hard work you put in, with super quick, totally stress-free cooking. And here's a little pro tip, something straight from the world of professional chefs that works perfectly for us at home. It's called mise en place. It's a fancy French term that just means everything in its place. And because you've already done your weekend prep, this part is easy. All you gotta do is pull out your pre-chopped veggies, your pre-cooked grains, and this one simple habit makes the whole cooking process unbelievably smooth and fast. And let's be real, who here actually enjoys doing a mountain of dishes? Yeah, nobody. This quote absolutely nails it. One pot or one pan meals are gonna be your new best friend during the week, I promise. Less mess while you're cooking means way less cleanup after dinner, which means, you guessed it, even more time back in your pocket. Let's run through a few other really smart techniques. First up, the slow cooker. It's basically magic, right? You just dump your ingredients in the morning and come home to a delicious, finished meal. Then there's the cook once, eat twice philosophy. This is fundamental. Always, always make extra for leftovers. And finally, cleaning as you go. Just wiping down a counter while something's simmering, it makes a huge difference and prevents that dreaded, giant pile of work at the end of the night. And hey, let's talk about shortcuts for a second, because this is crucial. Do not be afraid to use them. Swapping out fresh garlic for those little frozen cubes or buying pre-chopped onions, that's not cheating, it's being strategic. These little swaps can shave minutes off every single meal, and believe me, that adds up fast over a whole week.
So you've put the plan, prep, and perform framework into action. What's the end result? What's the big payoff? Well, it's about so much more than just getting dinner on the table. It's about something way more valuable: reclaiming your time.
And really, that's the whole point of this. This system gives you something way more valuable than just an easy meal. It gives you back your evenings, it replaces that constant stress with a sense of calm, and it frees up your time and your mental space for the things and the people that you actually love. And these time savings, they're totally real. We're talking about getting 5, maybe even more hours back every single week. That's 5 hours you're no longer spending frantically scrambling around the kitchen. I mean, that is a significant chunk of your life you're getting back.
Which really brings us to the final, most important question. With all that extra time, with all that stress gone, what are you going to do? Read that book that's been on your nightstand? Have more time to play with your kids? Or maybe just relax? That right there is the real power of conquering your kitchen.